It's one West world.
I guess I should ride with Lex.
They talk about man. Oh, no. Yo, it's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to do, start getting another legacy.
If you gotta do the shit, when I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her oath, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, sold your seat for some bloody beef. True nation, cut the conversation, better keep it brief.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
If it's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Confusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Confusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. They don't wanna know, we tell them, they just won't believe. It's about the journey, I ain't worried, moving at my speed. Saying we ain't much to be desired, gotta disagree. Starring one of mine, then we spinning like rotisserie. Go against the odds, I'm ready, this another victory. Cut different, niggas moving foul, where the referee. Moving like the military, something they ain't never seen. It's a one West world for the people, this is what they need.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Whoop! Whoop! We gon' change the world, we won't let it change us. Even when they switch sides and they wanna change up. Fucking with my brother, then your life in danger. Got no fear like I got one in the chamber. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it now. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it. They want a fame, they want a clout. That's why they doubt. I got them black, I want a class. And I shut my mouth. This was way before polite. Before I came to campsites, I came broken and contrite. I just wanted to live right, clean my soul and give my life. Had to give up all my vice. I got a fog out my head. I was raised from the dead. I put down that weed and I cut off my dreads. For before I could lead, I had to learn to be led. Now I'm a bad motherfucker. Walk around and I straight flex on suckers. No one specific, I'm talking to all of you busters. Straight from the gutter, me and my brother, we the long supper. Now, running it like a conductor. Hebrew Academy, I'm the instructor. 14 written all on my cover. Men at war like we hopped at a Hummer. Just like you wanted my trooper could cut you. There is one camp, there is not another. One West, UPK. One West, UPK. One West, one West, one West, UPK. One what? UPK. One what? UPK. One what? One what? One what? UPK. Me and all of my Oyes, hold it, shit down, right here, all day, Shalom, Wagwan, Sa, Basay, is we, damn niggas, Yatu, Sup it, hey. We gon' change the world, we won't let it change us. Even when they switch sides and they wanna change up. Fucking with my brother, then your life in danger. Got no fear like I got one in the chamber. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it now. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're
Fake love. Real hate.
One West.
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, urge you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crack and take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain, look. They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships get way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear niggas than house niggas with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I noticed the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in all black. Ranked up, I give 2 fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice from me, I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit, I'm very different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits, I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
Man, it's gonna save all them tapes right there. Yo. And then the reading right here is, And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand.
Everybody is trying to find and recreate their identity of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every few years, black people get a new identity.
America wants the black man, the Latino man, the Native American man to his blood, sweat, and tears. They work us to the damn bone.
Come and pay a visit for your last year. I'm truly done. Make a move unless we tune you up. Absolutely, man. We know you cause you ain't fooling us. But don't
Things made for whom? Our state. For whom? Our state. This whole world was made for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the other nations know it. And because the other nations know it, they make sure to keep us underneath them. Come upon you before the fifth angel of the Lord come upon you, black man, Native American Indian man, Hispanic man. You understand, man? It's about to get oppressive out here. You only have I know, man. You only have I know of all the families on the earth, man. Right? You only have I know, man. So therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities, which is our sins, man. Going out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jerry Hunt. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups or anybody else. Today, we're bringing out the truth of the Bible, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
He gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. It's one West world got a ring to it. I married the truth, put a ring to it.
Yes, if I'm a prophet, I say absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
All right, shalom, shalom, Israel. All right, shalom, VA, wherever you may be checking in at. We are live on Facebook. We're not live on Facebook, but the link is there on Facebook. We're live on Instagram, and we are up and live on YouTube. If everybody can hear me, all right, if I can get a 1 in the chat, 1W, 1 West in the chat, if everybody can hear me and see me all right. If you can hear me and see me all right, let's get a 1W in the chat. I'm on my portable setup, so hopefully everything is all right. Most High Christ. Man, David can see me. Princess Tazarah can see me. All right, we're going to get it on. Today is on the Lashawan Qadash class. So with that being said, everybody's clap it up. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we have been teaching the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people. And in that very same Bible, that same one collecting all of that dust, that same one that everybody swear on, that same one that everybody pretend and fake like they love and believe in so much, that very same Bible says that the white man, the oppressor, the colonizer, is the devil that Bible speaks of. He is the devil. And this is the only place where you're going to learn that. I see so many videos of our people being the biggest raccoons that they could possibly be. It's like they be trying to outdo one another. I saw them them Hodge twins. I don't know if them niggas is niggas or not, but standing with the same people that's got the quote unquote all white neighborhood, or they're building their own white community. And don't get me wrong, in here, I don't give a damn about them building their own community. I wish they all would build their own communities and stay there. Stay there and stay out of ours. That would be perfect. You know what I mean? But again, they standing there, they all smiles, all 32 teeth showing, you know what I'm saying? Because they're so happy to be standing there next to this damn devil. Damn right, Aquafire. They are some horrible brothers, you know what I'm saying? They like light-skinned Uncle Ruckus. If Uncle Ruckus had some twins, you know what I'm saying? They that's who they would be. I mean, they are just that terrible, just that horrible. And it's cool. It's good. I prefer my enemies to expose themselves. I prefer you to let me know who you are. I think that makes for a better battle. So I'm it's just, again, it just amazes me how many of them it is, the magnitude that it is. And it's like, again, they just try to out step and fetch it themselves every day. They just try to get worse. Who can do the most? Who can do the most? Who can do the most? In this nation where these people are letting it be known, are making it known that they are not part of us. They don't want to be part of us. They can't stand us. And we still go out of our way to say, please, master, just look at me. Just touch, pat my head. I'm not no sports fan. Everybody that watch any of my classes know I can't stand sports. I can't stand them. I can't stand them with a passion. But I guess at the NFL opener, the Philly fans, which are some of the worst damn fans in all of sports history, some of the worst damn fans, had the nerve to boo the sister singing the Black National Anthem. I mean, the whole crowd was just there silent. I'm working on doing a video for it now. And one of the first videos I see is a brother now saying, it's time for us to get rid of this divisive song. We don't need this, and it's only one national anthem. And I went over it before in other videos. When you go over the words of that original national anthem, is very divisive. It talks about the slaves in there, you know what I mean? So again, it wasn't for us. That Constitution wasn't for us. That national anthem isn't for us. That American flag is not for us. The American dream that they've lied and sold all of us on, it was never for us. And it's time for us to wake up from that. Wake up from it. So again, Tawada, for everybody joining us tonight, we are not affiliated with any Christian organization or any fake Israelite group. If it's not the ISUPK, it is a lie. If it's not the ISUPK, it is a lie. This is the Lashawan Qadash class where we go over our language, the language that we had before we got off of those slave ships. And you can even go back and read some accounts of history. We have some brothers in the school to do some great research as far as history. Harriet Tubman knew she was an Israelite. You had slaves that maintained their language as best they could, maintain their heritage as best they could throughout all the oppression and all the beatings, the torture and the brutality to beat it out of us. And they did their best to maintain it. They were going up into the caves or to the, you know what I'm saying, out there in the woods or whatever, and they would tie mitres on their head, you know what I mean? Tie mitres on their head, you know, in an effort to preserve our heritage and our culture And just over time, you know what I'm saying, we've just lost so much. And thanks to Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua, and why Commanding General Yohana for holding on to this truth. When the truth was revealed back in the earth in 1969, he held on to it. He held on to it. He didn't drop his sword. He didn't switch it up and change it. He didn't make it more comfortable. He didn't make it more comfortable. He didn't relax the rules. He didn't say, well, look, everybody's doing this in America, so we're going to do that too. He didn't try to make it comfortable. He didn't try to make it pleasing to anybody. He kept it real. He kept it true. And that's a very hard thing to do. We come from an era in society that always talks about truth and virility, and this is real. And it's just as fake as it want to get to be, man. There's nothing real outside of the ISUPK. Everything else is an illusion and a dream. So again, the water for everybody joining us. Hopefully tonight's connection don't act too crazy on me. We can get through tonight's class. Like I said, this is the Lashawan Qadash class. We try to do this class a little bit more like a actual classroom setting. There's a link inside of the chat so that you can actually join and physically get on stage. We have the scriptures for tomorrow for Abad Shabbat. We're going to go over a little bit later, starting with Leviticus chapter 11, verse 42. In the last class that we've been reading Leviticus chapter 23 because this is what we read every High Holy Day. And we've been trying to get through that. So we'll be ready for our next High Holy Day, which was coming up very soon, September 20th, I believe. September 20th is going to be our next High Holy Day, or our next Memorial Day, actually, Memorial Day, memorial of the Feast of Blowing of Trumpets. And then after that, we have the infamous Day of Atonement, where we actually subject ourselves. We afflict our souls, and we go 24 hours without eating or drinking anything if you are able to. Now, that doesn't apply if you are a child or if you're on medications where you have to eat and so forth. That's different. It's not about hurting yourself. It's not like what the heathens do. You know what I mean? We our culture, our heritage makes sense. It wasn't about you hurting yourself now, and now God is going to accept you. No, God accepts us, and when we have a behavior that's righteous according to God, and when we do that, then He's acceptable. And that Day of Atonement is just an example of that. If you can control that desire to eat, if you can control that, that's one of the strongest desires that your body has. And if you can control that, it gives you a lot more control and say so of the other things you have going on in your life. We live in a society where I want it now. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. As long as you don't give us justice, you can give us cigarettes. You don't give us justice, but you can give us pork. You don't never give us justice, but you can give us crab, shrimp, lobster, Merry Christmas, Happy Mother's Day, and all of that good old stuff. And God loves everybody. If you can give me that, I'll take that. But I never have to get justice. And here we learn how to actually get justice by being obedient to God's laws, statutes, and commandments. So again, the water for everybody joining. That cap is in the air. I got that cap in the air. So again, if you are able to join, come on and join. Even if you can't get on screen, just audibly, that'll be fine as well. Just a little itinerary of what we're going to go over tonight. We're going to go over our alphabet, our characters in the beginning. After that, I'll start bringing everybody up on stage. We're going to go over our prepositions, our subject pronouns. And I want to continue. It was such a great class last week. We try to keep with multiple teachers. We try to keep everything kind of on the same page. So I want to kind of keep the momentum with what Officer Mataz Akara laid down. We're going to go over present tense, a little bit more. That present tense, that future tense, all of those, it can be a little bit more. It takes a little bit more studying. Takes a little bit more studying. So I think the more we go over it, the more examples we get of that, it'll just strengthen your Lashawan Qadash. So we'll introduce a couple of new words. We'll conjugate those, pretty much be a copy of last week's class. Then we're going to jump into the reading. We're going to pick up again at Leviticus chapter 23, verse 31, I believe, where we left off at. Then we're going to get into the scriptures for tomorrow, and then we're going to call it a night. We're going to call it a Friday night. So again, hopefully everybody can see me. Let's see who all we got with us tonight. So far, we got, first and foremost, to all the Akim that's out here. Yahweh Shema Alafan by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Aslak Alafam by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that's just saying, Most High, in the name of Christ, you know what I'm saying? Peace unto you, you brothers, Akiyam, that's out there. Akiyam, that's out there. To all the Akwafian, Yahweh Shema, Allah Thunba, Shem Yahweh Shai, to all the Akwafian. This is pretty much the same. Greedy Lord, watch over you, sisters. For all the sisters that's joining us tonight, we have Akwa Aya with us, checking in. Most High in Christ, always good to see you, Aquaf. We also have my brother, Officer 1000, Mataza Akara, you know what I'm saying, who held it down. And I know for the brothers and sisters that specifically with this Lashawan Qadash class, I know y'all saw that Abed Shabbat, my brother held it down. You know what I'm saying? He be running through them scriptures, you know what I'm saying? So throw a shout out and the water to him for his service. We got young man David in the building. Young man David said he trying to get up in here. You know what I'm saying? You get that brother hand. We got young man David up in here. He said he trying to get up in here. I know what it is, young man David. You got a taste of them little taste of that boot kiss. That's what that is. Young man David said, I'm getting up in there. Most High in Christ, the water for you joining, brother. You know what I'm saying? That we got the Princess Tazariah here as well. You know what I'm saying? We got Princess Tazariah checking in as well. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see you, little sis. Always good to see you in class as well. All y'all did a great class last week. I did a great job last week. We also got the sister Tronda Ellis in the building. Most High in Christ checking in from Hampton, VA. Most High in Christ. You know what I mean? It's good to see you. And look, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna get right into it. Like I said, I'm gonna start with the alphabet. We're gonna go from there, and hopefully, Shalom Yatawab, Shalom Yatawab. Princess Tazariah, my Shalom Ka. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm Shalom Yatawab. I'm doing all right. Every day we getting a little bit closer. They just blowing boats out the water in Venezuela. Trump ain't trying to call no police. They ain't trying to pretend like they seizing no drugs. He just calling the boats and saying, look, blow the boat up. This is where we at in 2025. This is what we at. If you would have told them it wouldn't be like this in last year in 2024, they would say, no, not our president. Never. America would never do anything like that. These niggas are shooting boats out the water, Officer Mataz Akara, out the water. I mean, there's so much going on in the news. Every day it's just getting faster and faster. They did a whole marathon of Trump and Epstein victims. Whole marathon, Salakia, Trump and Epstein victims telling, and it got very little news coverage because again, so much is going on and so many lies that are in the earth. But let's go ahead and get on it. Hold on, let me grab me something to drink real quick. All right, so we're gonna get started with our alphabet first. We are gonna go from there. Like I said, hopefully everything. Wait a minute, there's a devil, the Bible speaker. Hopefully he stay the hell off our internet tonight, and we can get through this thing. So first thing we're going to start with is going to be the alphabet. You can say alphabet like our characters or whatever. Why don't I see it? There we go. See if that makes a difference. Do I see it now? Yep, there it goes. All right, let's get it. All right, I don't see it on my screen. Where you at? Ooh, it's a mean delay. That is a terrible delay. But we're going to get through it. All right, so we're going to start with the first one we have is going to be Ah. It's going to be Ah. You have Ah on your left in the ancient. And then you have Ah on your right in the Assyrian. The Ah stands for alap or cow or cattle. Let's fix that real quick. Hold on. So you can see everything. All right, that's a little bit better. The Ah stands for alap or cow or cattle. All right, we're going to go right on to the next one. Next one is going to be the Ba. It's going to be the Ba. You have Ba on your left in the ancient, and then Ba on your right in the Assyrian. Ba stands for Bayath or tent. Bayath, or tent. All right. Next up is going to be the Ga. It's going to be Ga. You have Ga on your left in the ancient, and then you have Ga on your right in the Assyrian. That Ga stands for Gamal or camel. Gamal or camel. Oh no. Okay, that might make it a little better. Okay, that's a little better. Gamal or camel. All right. Next up is going to be the Da. It's going to be the Da. One of the things we probably get asked about the most here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because the white man is the devil and he's a thief and he has stolen our identity. The man that calls himself a Jew, that's over there in that land of Israel right now, has stolen our identity and calls himself a Jew. He also stole the holy seal of Zion, which is just Dawadah, or David's name in the Hebrew. You see it, see that triangle very clearly in the ancient on your left. And the down in the Assyrian is it looks more like a 7 almost. But that Dawadah, this shield that you see, this is just the signet of King David. And again, it is not a star. It's not the Star of David. But because the white man is the devil and a thief, this is what everybody attributes to it, or what they call it. Just like everybody sees Christ. When you think about Jesus Christ, everybody thinks about a white man. They think about a white man when they think about Jesus Christ. And I don't care how blackety black they are. In their mind, when they pray, who they're praying to is that white image, that picture, that image of the beast that says the Borgia. That's who they're praying to. All right. This is Ha on your left in the ancient, then Ha on your right in the Assyrian. And Ha stands for Hana, or behold. Hana. Next up is going to be the Wa. You have Wa on your left in the ancient. And then you have Wa on your right in the Assyrian. And that Wa stands for Wawa, or fish hook. Wawa, or fish hook. All right. Next up is going to be the Za. It's going to be the Za. You have Za on your left in the ancient. And you have Za on your right in the Assyrian. And Za stands for Zion, or weapon. Zion, or weapon. All right. Next up is going to be the Kha. You have Kha on your left in the ancient. And then Kha on your right in the Assyrian. And then Kha stands for Kawama'ah. Kawama'ah. All right. That's the character that probably takes a little bit more effort in order for you to say. But with practice, you can get it. You'll be sounding like the house of Mataza Akara once you get it down pat. All right. Next up is going to be the Ta. You have Ta on your left in the ancient. And then you have Ta on your right in the Assyrian. And that Ta stands for Tanah, or basket. Tanah, or basket. All right. Next up is going to be your Ya. You have Ya on your left in the ancient. And you have Ya on your right in the Assyrian. That Ya stands for Yad, or hand. Yad, or hand. All right. Next up is going to be the Ka. Next up is going to be the Ka. You have Ka on your left in the ancient. And then you have Ka on your right in the Assyrian. That Ka on your right has 2 characters for it. This is going to be the difference between the Assyrian and the ancient. In the Assyrian, where that red arrow is pointing at, that would be the Ka that you will find at the end of a word. Anywhere else in that word where Ka is used, it would be that Ka that you will see at the top. All right. So if we were actually spelling out Kop, which is what Ka stands for in the Hebrew, Kop, or a palm. If we were actually spelling that out, it would be that Ka that you would see at the top. All right. And then it would be the symbol for the Pa. That's all it would be. the ka, then a pa. That's it. Now, if we were spelling out something else where it had p at the end, like sawap or something like that, then you would see that ka that's at the bottom down there. All right. Next up is going to be the la. You have la on your left in the ancient. You have la on your right in the Assyrian. And la stands for lamad or learn. Lamad or learn. All right. All right. So let's go to the next one. Next one is going to be the ma. Ma is just like ka, where it has two characters. All right. Ma on your left is the ancient. In the Syrian, it has two characters, and where that red arrow is pointing at, that would be the ma that would be at the end of a word. Now, ma stands for mayam. It stands for mayam. So just to give you an example, if we were spelling this out in the Assyrian, you would start with, from the right to the left, this ma right here, where you see the mouse hovering over, and then it would be a ya, and then it would be another ma, and that ma at the end of a word would be this ma where this red arrow is pointing at. That's how you would spell mayam, or water. All right. Next up is going to be the na. You have na on your left in the ancient. You have na on your right in the Assyrian. Just like the ma, the na has two characters in the Assyrian. Same principle. Well, if we were spelling this out in the Hebrew or in the Assyrian, it would be this na from the right to the left. There's starting out with this na here, and then it would be a wa, which looks very similar to that na, this na right here, and then it would be another na at the end, and it would be this one where the red arrow was pointing at. All right. Next up is going to be the sa. We have sa on your left in the ancient, and we have sa on your right in the Assyrian. Sa stands for samak or establish. Samak or establish. At one point in time, we established things. We had tanahs, we had stores, we established things. We had knowledge, and we taught it. We had universities and institutions, and now we're just happy to be an American. Happy to be an American now. All right, next up is going to be the I. You have I on your left in the ancient. You have I on your right in the Assyrian. That I stands for ayan or I. Ayan or I. This is the only character that doesn't have that consonant I sound to it. All right, ayan or I, which stands for I. All right, next up is going to be the pa. It's going to be the pa. You have pa on your left in the ancient. Then you have pa on your right in the Assyrian. That pa on your right in the Assyrian has two characters, just like your na, just like your wa, just like your na, your ma, and your ka. And where that red arrow was pointing at, that will be the pa that you will find at the end of a word. Next up is going to be the tazah. Tazah. You have tazah on your right, on your left in the ancient, tazah on your right in the Assyrian. Two characters again for the tazah. Tazah stands for side, tazad or side. Tazad or side. All right, next up is going to be the qua. You have qua on your left in the ancient, and qua on your right in the Assyrian, and that qua stands for quam or rise. Quam or rise. The more oppression that we are under, the faster we are going to rise. And it's sad that it takes that. But us being hard-headed children, sometimes with hard-headed children, you have to apply that pressure for them to rise to the occasion. All right, next up is going to be the Ra. You have Ra on your left in the ancient. You have Ra on your right in the Assyrian. And that Ra stands for Ra'ash or head. Ra'ash or head. All right, next up is going to be the Shah. You have Shah on your left in the ancient. And then you have Shah on your right in the Assyrian. And Shah stands for Shan or tooth. Shan or tooth. And last but not least is the Tha. You have Tha on your left in the ancient. And then Tha on the right in the Assyrian. And that Tha stands for Thaw or mark. If you're one of them old fake Israelite groups, you believe that the mark of the beast, Karakma, you believe that is a chip. that is a chip. You know what I'm saying? And not what it really is, which is Christianity. which is, you know what I'm saying, the mark of this oppressor. All right, those same twins, those horrible brothers Aquafra was talking about, they have the mark of the beast. They definitely have the mark of the beast. All right, so let me close that out. We're gonna get this off screen. Hopefully, the more stuff we close up, the better it will act. I see y'all only come to class when Officer Matazak Rock teaching. I see what it is. I see what's going on. All right, let's go ahead and bring Aquafra and Princess Tazara up. What's going on, Aquafra?
Shalom Yahweh Shema Shem Yahweh.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shem Yahweh. I don't even take it personal. I know how it is with light-skinned brothers. They always have got the attention. My whole life growing up, I don't even take it personal no more. You know, it's just the way of the world. You know what I mean? It's just the way of the world. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I don't,
all right tonight.
So like I said, I don't think that's true, but I'm doing Tawab. I don't
know. How that shoulder holding up?
It's getting better. I do have to, unfortunately, wear the sling for 6 weeks, where I thought it was only 2 weeks. So I'm a little irritated about that.
Yeah,
it's getting better.
That sucks. That sucks right there. It sucks being restrained, and I think it's even harder for us. White people don't wash, so because they don't wash, that stuff like that is like they got an excuse for not washing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm in the sling. You know, they got an excuse for it. They're used to it. For us, we be itching and scratching and be uncomfortable and can't move, and we in the shower with plastic bags and trash bags on. We done, you know what I'm saying, try to modify it. So yeah, for us it's a little rough. The Lord be with you, and hopefully you'll be out of there soon.
Yeah, so like I said, I do take this off on the regular. Don't worry about that.
Yep. It'd be rough for us. Oftentimes I cry. You know it's true. You already know it's true. Oftentimes I cry. And he in the chat trying to be humble. He in the chat trying to be humble, but it's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? All right. We also got Princess Tazara in the building. What's going on, Princess Tazara?
Shalom Yahweh Shema Shem Yahweh.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shem Yahweh. It's good to see you as well. You doing okay tonight?
I'm doing up. I just want to watch Wednesday. I'm thinking about that.
Oh, you want to watch Wednesday? You know they getting ready. I think they're gonna be boycotting that very soon. Very soon, I think they're gonna be boycotting. Did y'all hear about the what happened in Cary, North Carolina?
No.
You didn't hear about it, Princess Tazara? You didn't hear about Aquafra? Well, apparently, you know, for the Wendy's promotion, you know, Wendy's is with Wednesday. You talking about Wednesday? You want to watch, right? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so you want to watch Wednesday. Well, Wednesday has a promotion with Wendy's, the restaurant. And so, you know, of course, with all their promotions, they hang up the different material. If you got the kids' meal, they put the little toys in there and so forth. Well, apparently some Wendy's in Cary, North Carolina, they hung a noose inside of the restaurant. So because they hung this noose inside of the restaurant, some people came in. They weren't. A brother came in, asked him about it. You know what I mean? They act like it wasn't no big deal. He came back in the next day. It was still hung up. Apparently, it's you know, in a lot of our the fast food places, it'll be a full Issachar staff. It'll be a full Issachar staff, and some of the Issachar rights in there were acting like they were oblivious to it, and it's causing an uproar. And so yeah, they're trying to boycott it, shut it down, all that good old stuff. So I got a strong feeling it'll hit national news pretty soon because of the attention that it's getting. I like Wednesday as well. I saw the first season when it came out. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it stayed within the lines of what Addams Family always portrayed, but yeah, they might have went a little too far with the news. So, you know, don't be surprised if you start to see that, Princess Tazara. But it's all good. It's all good. I like to wait though. I don't like commercials and I hate waiting. So I'll probably wait until they get 7-8 episodes in there before I jump up and then watch it. I'll watch it all at one time and be done with it. So, you know, we'll try to get you out of here fairly quickly tonight so you can check out Wednesday then. All right. So we're gonna I'm gonna start with, again, we're gonna go over we're gonna try to keep up with what we had going on last week. I thought y'all did a very good job with that. Y'all did a very good job with that. So we're gonna try to keep that going on. we're just going to go through. I'm just going to go through the prepositions and all of that. Of course, if anybody has any questions in the chat, y'all make sure y'all put that in. If you haven't already signed in, make sure you sign in city or your name, city, and state. All right, we're going to go through this real quick. We're going to do a little conjugation tonight with present tense, give you a couple new words, maybe new words. I know y'all got them super notes, so they may be some new words. I think at least one of them is. Well, at least one of them should be fairly new. But we're going to go from there. Try to put together a sentence like y'all did last week, and hey, we're going to get it on. All right, so next thing we're going to do, let's go with... Actually, yeah, let's go with that so I can close that out. That might be what's slowing me up a little bit. And so far it's working. I want to get through this mess while it's actually working. Whenever I'm here, I always have the most forward at, if you can believe it. Hey, man, the devil the Bible speak us. So we're going to start with our prepositions. All right. So again, I'm just going to go through these. Again, I know y'all probably already have these in your notes, but this is for anybody else that's watching, and make sure you have them in yours. You can't make sentences or speak that Hebrew if you don't know how to conjugate. Conjugating, knowing your suffixes, your prepositions, and so forth. Knowing what that it actually helps you identify that word, and it helps you to pronounce and speak the Hebrew correctly. All right. So if I'm trying to say I or out the root word, right, before the root word. If I'm trying to say in, that will be ba before the root word. A good example of this, I always like to use ba Hashem, because that's something that we say pretty much daily. If you're in the UPK, you are probably saying ba Hashem every day. You probably will always say that every day. It's just certain stuff that we say every day, just like we will see each other. We say, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? How's everything going? Well, when you're in the truth, you're one of some that I picked up on and love being in here, because it's not just like what the Christians do. The Christians see you Jesus, 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 and don't mean none of it. We actually mean it when we say it. So when we say Yahweh by Hashem, we really are asking the Lord to watch over you. And we ain't asking them to watch over you while you're smoking cigarettes, and Lord, watch over so they don't catch no cancer. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying watch over, Lord, watch over. You know, so she got about 4-5 men. Watch over, Lord. Watch over them 20 kids she got. It's not like that. We actually saying it because we know we follow on and doing what the Lord say do. And we don't want him to just watch over us. We want rulership. We actually tired of this place. So that word Ba Hashem is in the name. Sham is the root word. As if you were spelling out in English, it would be Sham. That would be the root word. That Ba is in, and Ha is the. So you put all that together, Ba Hashem, that would be in the name. I always think that's the best example of showing your prepositions. All right. The word do, it would be da before the root word. We just went over the is Ha, and is Wa, he is Ya, like is Ka, two or four is going to be La, of would be Ma, and pertaining to would be Sha. And if we were going to make that future tense, which we're going to get into some future tense, it won't be tonight. Tonight we're going to we're going to stick with present tense. I think once you get that present tense down, it makes all the other ones make a little bit more sense. You're able to start to learn how to apply the different rules to it. So tonight it'll be present tense, but if we, in most cases, by putting that tha in front of the word, it would turn it to future tense. All right, so let's stop this one. All right, now then I'm going to close it. Like I said, hopefully the more we close out, the better the stream gets. That's the hope. That's the hope. And we got Aqua Fidessa checking in. Most High in Christ. I ain't seen you in a minute, sis. Not in class, but just ain't seen everybody in a minute. But we will be seeing each other shortly and soon, Lord willing, at the Feast of Memorial blowing of trumpets. You know what I'm saying? So Yahweh Shema Lathan Bashim Yahweh Shas to you checking in. It's always good to see the family. Virginia is growing. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. Virginia is growing. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And may it continue. Lord willing, it continues to grow. The fact that more and more this kingdom shuts down. The more it shuts down, the more it continues to grow, and we get up in here, and we can get up in here so we can get the hell up out of here. All right, so the next one, all right, it's not showing it here, so let me go find it. Hold on. We're going to do the subject pronouns. So now let's see if that worked like it did last time. And it did it. I don't see it yet. There we go. Well, it was up there. Here we go. All right, white man is the devil the Bible speak of, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Let's see if I can minimize this so we can see everything. Is that everything? No, why is it looking like that? Hold on, Salakia. All right, that's better. Minimize that. All right, Salakia, it was showing kind of funny. It looks better now. All right, so we're just going to go through this real quick. These are our subject pronouns. Just like before with our subject pronoun, this is like saying he or her and on ours and we. And we're going to use a little bit of tonight when we conjugate and make this sentence that we're going to make up. And you will see exactly how we use it. But if I'm saying I or I am, I would say Anya. I would say Anya. Like, so if I was saying I am eating, I would say Anya, I would call, which would be a call is to eat. I am eating in the present tense, a call. We'll put that Y in there. I would say Anya, I will call. All right. I am eating. All right. If I was saying he, I would use Hawa-ah. If I was trying to say she, I would say Haya-ah, Haya-ah. And again, it's always that ah sound. I know for me, I had a tendency to want to say but it's ah. So I was going to be that ah sound. If I want to say we, it would be a knock-nawa, a knock-nawa, a knock-nawa. The way that I remember that is because of now-latest. Now-latest. The most treacherous candy on your teeth. You know what I'm saying? A knock-nawa. You or you all in the masculine plural would be a thumb. You or you all in the feminine plural would be a thun. They, masculine plural, would be hum. And they, feminine plural, would be han. All right. So let's stop this one. And we're going to close that. All right. We're going to close that one. All right. Oh, no, you Tawab, Akwaf. I'm Hadassah. You Tawab. You Tawab. You know, hey, we always gotta fight them demons. You know what I'm saying? We always gotta fight them demons to get in here, and it definitely be demons trying to keep us out of here. You know what I'm saying? The whole purpose of that demon, I never forget the first time I learned, the whole purpose of that demon is to unalive you by any means necessary. The purpose of that demon is to take you out. And when you get into this truth, it goes into overdrive. It goes into overdrive. Everybody get to acting crazy. Your best friend of 130 years, we been cool. Your day ones, you know what I'm saying? They ain't messing with you no more. Your kids act crazy. Your spouse act crazy. Everybody act crazy. Because that demon is doing its best to get you away from where you're supposed to be at. So as long as you keep fighting them demons, the Bible says a righteous man falls 7 times. Well, in order for that man to be righteous, if you fall 7 times, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to get up. I mean, you done got up at least 6 times. You know what I'm saying? You done got up at least 6, 7 times. You fell, you got right back up again. And that's what it's all about. This is not Christianity where it's just going to be magic and you cover with the blood. You know what I'm saying? It actually takes work to apply it. That's why we call it universal practical knowledge. So we are ecstatic and happy to see you as always, sis. And you know what I'm saying? Most High and Christ. You know what I'm saying? So you need some paper I can look at every day. I understand. You know, we got like, and a lot of folks are like that. I was like that when I first got in. I just try to immerse myself. I stayed watching videos. If I wasn't doing nothing else, I had a video on. If I wasn't doing anything else, I was trying to hear and try to learn. Just to, again, keep me linked, keep me connected to the vine. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be connected. Because if not, you know, that's when you start to lose that battle. Think about them demons; they sound just like you. And right, Aqua Fry. Think about them demons; they sound just like you. They look just like you. They know just what to say. They done been rocking with you the longest. You know what I'm saying? They was there before your day ones was there. So they know just what to say to get you right where they want you to be, and that's away from this truth and away from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So you just keep on fighting, and you got your brothers and sisters here. Brotherhood is a weapon. You know, I do teach that brotherhood class every now and then. Brotherhood is a weapon. And you going through, one of the best things is to get in touch with your brothers, get in touch with your sisters. You know what I'm saying? Call your brothers, call your sisters. If you can't get them, you call that school. Somebody gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Officer Rashomon, he loves talking to people. He'll talk to you. Call that number. And when Cat pick up their phone, they'll talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we get through these things together. The world teaches us that we do all this alone, and that's just not true. You know what I'm saying? The world teaches us that we do it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Only the strong survive and all the other garbage. And that's just a way to eliminate our brotherhood or sisterhood, separate us so we easy prey, easy targets. You know what I'm saying? So now use your sisterhood, sis. You know what I'm saying? We got Aqua Tower Bot in the building. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all probably seen some of them pictures from the New York cookout. Now, this is a sister that believes in sisterhood. She gonna make that trip. She believe in sisterhood. Y'all was Shamala talking about Shem Y'all was shy. It's good to see you, Aqua. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time out there in New York. And sometimes again, and that's another example of that though. These cookouts, if you're able to make these cookouts and the high holy days and the memorial days, the more we're around each other, the stronger we are. So if you're able to make those days and make those trips, I know every time I go to one, it's refreshing. It's like a little mini Passover. And I know you sisters, y'all done been to Passover. It's something we look forward to all year long. And just for that week or for those 3 to 4 days, we don't have to worry about a press on. I don't know about y'all, but I feel so good walking around a hotel. And all them devils just looking at all these damn fringes and these funny dressed Negroes and why are they so cocky and so arrogant and I keep asking for light. You know what I'm saying? None of these sisters trying to holler at me. It is a beautiful, beautiful and powerful thing. And again, that brotherhood and that sisterhood sometimes is all we need to get us through. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and continue on. What else we got? This John is really tripping tonight. I'm showing me my screens, but it's all right. We're getting through it. We got possessive adjectives. We're gonna get through that. Then we're gonna get to these new words I want to get to tonight. All right, so it's doing that. Come on. There you go. All right, so we're gonna go over these possessive adjectives real quick. All right, so we're going to go over our possessive adjectives. Again, now this is how you would say indicate my or your. Everybody saw in the beginning, Princess Tazarah, she's such a good student. Whenever she signs in, no matter what class it is, she always says, Ma Shalom Ka to the instructor. And that is a very good example, of these possessive pronouns. When she is saying Ma Shalom Ka, that Ma Shalom Ka, see if I can find it when she signed in. That Ma Shalom Ka, again, is a good example of the possessive adjectives. That Ma is going to be my. Shalom is peace, your peace, how you doing, right? Your peace. And that Ka is your. So when she's saying, well, actually, I'm Salaki, when she's saying my, when it's in that position, I'm sorry, it's actually saying what. So it's ma is saying what, shalom, what peace, and that your, that ka indicates your. So she's asking me, what's my peace? How you doing? What's good with you? You know how black people walk by each other and nod their head. You know what I'm saying? That universal language. You know what I'm saying? Ma shalom, ka, how you doing? And it's again just to go, just kind of another clue about who we are. That's something that if you've ever worked around white people, or had to go to school with them or be with them, that's not something that they do naturally or all the time. You know what I'm saying? For us though, we see people, hey, how you doing? You'll see people in the store you ain't never seen these people before. You know what I'm saying? But you know they're brother or sister like you. Hey, how you doing? That's something that we do. So again, that's a very good example of the possessive adjective. My, you will say ya, that ka, and these go after the root word. Salakia, these go after the root word, just like that mashalom ka. How when she put that ka went at the end of that word. Ka would be your. His would be wa, and her would be ha. Our would be nawa. Your in the masculine plural. So if it's a group of brothers, you would say come at the end of that word, at the end of that root word. For a group of sisters, that feminine plural would be your, that would be kan. All right. There, if it's a group, mixed group, their masculine plural would be ma. If we're saying something is theirs, and for a group of sisters, if we're saying that's the sisters, it would be their feminine plural would be na at the end of that word. All right, so now I don't see any questions about these. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna stop this, and we're gonna go ahead and get into our examples for tonight, and we're gonna go from there. Let me close this out. One more screen down. White man is the devil. One more screen down. We're going to go from there. All right. So last week we did a little bit of present tense. We're going to do a little bit this week. So just a real quick refresher. One of the words y'all went over last week, which was choose. One of the verbs we went over last week was choose. Who can tell me? You can write it in the chat if you know it, or if you're on screen. You can come off mic and say it if you want to. What's the word for choose? Who knows what the word for choose is?
Salakia, sir.
All right. I know we don't have. Okay. What you got, Aqua Fry?
Bakar.
Bakar is the word for choose. Bakar is the word for choose. Good job. What about seek? Seek is another word that y'all went over last week. So again, this is just a refresher so that we don't forget these words. And I know Officer Mataz Akarai, he like to throw them quizzes out there. That's me with the quizzes. I like to throw them quizzes out there. So what's the word for seek? What's the word for seek? Check my chat because I can't even see the chat.
Salakia, I'm gonna be
chat.
honest.
What's the word for seek?
Salakia,
What you got?
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot.
You forgot? All right, so the way I always remember is seek, right? The way I would be remembering seek because it sounds just like Officer Yarash's name. So seek is Darash. Darash is how you say seek. Seek is Darash. If I say I'm seeking, that would be Anya Dawarash. Darash is how you would say seek. All right. And what was the other word you guys went over last week? Now that was, everybody knows that. That's one of the ones that we drill in. That's one of them verbs that we all should know that. What was the other one? I think it meant to walk. It meant to walk. Who remembers what that one is? And then, like I said, we're going to do a couple of more. We're going to add to this. Who remember what is walk? If I was saying I am walking, I would say Anya Hawalak. If I was saying I was walking, to give you a clue. So if you know that I am walking is Anya Hawalak, what's the word for walk for walking?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua Fryer.
Halak.
Halak, Most High Christ. And this is the way that you know that. We're going to pull it up on screen now. Give Aqua Fryer, Princess Tazara a hand. We're going to pull the rules up on screen now. Again, the present tense is a little bit more difficult because it requires rules. It's not more difficult than what we've already learned. You will be surprised how many rules there are to the English language. But because we've used it so much and we've mastered it over time, we do a lot of the conjugation, applying a lot of the rules without us even realizing. You know what I'm saying? Without you even realizing that you're using them. And it's the same thing with the Hebrew. The more you use it, the more these rules are they'll be second nature. That's the word I was looking for. They'll be second nature over time. All right, now I've shared it. There it goes. It took forever to come up. All right, so now these are some of the words that we're going to learn. These are going to be the new words we're going to learn. We're going to come back to that. I just want to go over the rules real quick, and then we're gonna go from there. So these are the rules, and hold on, let me fix that. That's not right. Make this a little smaller. All right. So these are the rules for present tense. All right. Now present is to be, and that's haya. That's haya. That's haya. And you notice that also sounds like hana, or to behold, but to be is haya, right? Haya. You see it in the ancient, and you see it in the Assyrian as well. Now, the verb that we use for this example, that first one, is going to be the present tense. In order for you to make sentences, right, you need to know the actual subject pronoun, and you also need to know the actual the tense that you're trying to put it in. For this exercise here, we're going to stay in the present tense, but we are going to switch up the subject pronoun. You pretty much got three of them. You pretty much have your three, and after that, the rest of them kind of follow the same rules. So you have your I or I am. Your I or I am pretty much follows this. It's a little different, but for the most part, it pretty much follows the same rules as the same ones for you, same ones for he, same ones for she. Then you'll get your we. Your we's a little different because now you're going to be adding yum at the end because it's plural. You'll be adding yum at the end. Now your you all, your they'll follow the same rules as the we. All right. So I'm just going to go through the rules real quick. So like once you learn your I and your you and your we, everything else again is just a matter of knowing what rules to apply, and you'll be good to go. All right, so this is your present tense. Present tense verb is to be or haya. The first word we're going to use, actually, I'll go through them first, and then we're going to come back and start plugging in words. So if I'm using the subject pronoun I or I am, if I'm trying to say I am doing, right, it would be anya. Now, the rule for that, when I'm using, I'm actually going to conjugate whatever verb that was, is I will put a y in between the first and second letter. All right, the first and second letter. Now, that can sound a little confusing because when you're looking at that word on screen, when you're looking at it in English, well, you got 3 letters before you put that y in there. But if we were actually spelling this out in the Hebrew, if I was spelling that shamar out in the Hebrew, it would be the sha, it would be the ma, and then it would be the ra. Right? So now between the sha and the ma is where I would add that y. All right, so that's where it can be a little confusing if you don't understand when we break down that Hebrew into the English. All right, so the rule again would be to add a y in between the first and second letter. All right, which would be the sha and would be the mar. Now, shamar stands for guarding or watching. All right, the first word that I want to use that we go through. Let's go so we can just start plugging those in and make it make more sense. These are the 3 words that we're going to work with today. All right, these are going to be the 3 words, really 4 words if we can get to it. If we can get to it, it'll be 4. But for the most part, these are going to be the new words that we have now. The laf, I know you know the laf. I know we've been over those before. Pathak is how you would say open. That would be the verb for open. And the lath is a noun for door. And what's kind of weird, or not so much weird, but again, different meanings. When you're talking about an actual opening, you're actually reading the Bible and you're talking about an actual opening that they're going through. Sometimes they describe it as a doorway or an entryway or a gate. It actually be worded as pathak. All right. But for our examples for today, instead of using that like we'll be using open, we're going to use pathak. Pathak. All right. The other word that we're going to go over today is going to be unclean, to be unclean. Now, being unclean, that can apply to brothers and it can apply to sisters as well. For the priest, if a priest had to perform a funeral, right? If a priest had to perform a funeral, or if a priest had touched anything that was brother and sister had sex or whatever, it will make you unclean for a period of time. Doesn't mean that you're bad but it does mean that you're unclean, and so it restricts you from doing certain things. All right. So the word for unclean, this should be another new one that you can add to your vocabulary. To be unclean is tama'ah. Again, that can apply to brothers and it can apply to sisters. This is going to be another one that we're adding to our vocabulary. We're also going to add yataza'ah. Yataza'ah, which is to go out. All right, to go out. To go out would be yataza'ah. All right, I'm going to leave these up on the screen for a minute. Now, we got them up there in the ancient. I know when I used to take notes, or whenever I do take notes for Lashawan Qadash, no matter what text or it is on the screen, I normally try to write them out in both, just so I get used to seeing them both ways. One of the exercises I was going to do tonight, but I didn't want to really play with it too much just because of the internet connection. I actually was going to have us read the verses for Leviticus and the ancient, because I got that as well. You know what I'm saying? I got the scriptures in the ancient. And so I actually was going to have us read those scriptures in the ancient. I might say that for the next time we get up here. For that, and it's going to be a little different because we're so used to reading it in the Assyrian. I warn you ahead of time. It does look a little different. I guarantee you're going to be perfectly fine with it. But again, just because it's not something that we usually do, and you first look at it, you be like, what? And then you'll realize you start to okay, I see what it is, and then you'll be fine. So just to kind of give you a heads up, eventually we probably are going to switch it up a little bit and try to read us a couple of scriptures in the ancient as well. I actually think it's easier than the Assyrian. It's just less rules to apply. The characters, again, that's one of the things I learned first and the fastest. But just to give you a heads up, we probably will be doing that at some point where we're going to switch it up and be reading in the ancient versus with the Assyrian. All right, so we got our words for the day. Our words to be unclean, tama'ah, open, pathak, and to go out, yataza'ah, and dor delaf. So now we're going to use those words that we got, and that's going to be what we kind of practice with and go through the actual conjugation. All right, so let's go over the rules. I'm gonna ask a couple of questions. If you're in the chat, by all means, make sure you put your contributions or questions or so forth inside of the chat. I got that on another screen, so I ain't got to move around so much. All right, so our first one was Anya, or I am. All right, so if I wanted to say I am unclean, right? If I wanted to say I am unclean, we had a funeral. You know, if you go to a funeral, you're in the presence of a dead body. You enter in the house of a dead body. You're going to be unclean for 7 days. All right, you will be unclean for 7 days. So if I was going to say I am unclean, I'll take the first one since it's the hardest one, right? I'll take the first one. If I was going to say I am tawa ma'ah. All right, Anya tawa ma'ah. And just so we can see that again, the word for unclean is tama'ah. So I would say tawa ma'ah. Anya tawa ma'ah. Now, does that make sense to everybody? Before we move on, I get to asking all of these questions. Anya tawa ma'ah is how I would say I am unclean. Anya tawa ma'ah is how I would say that. Does that make sense to everybody? I see it. I think I see Princess Taza right here. I think now she writing notes. Her head is moving around writing notes. That's what that is. All right. So my first question, right now, how would a sister say that? I would say Anya Tawama'a. How would a sister say that she was unclean or she is unclean? Not was, she is unclean. Because again, this is present tense. It will be different if I was saying I was unclean. But how would she say she is unclean? On screen, you can write it in the text. I heard somebody come off. There you go.
Salakia, sir.
I hear you, Aqua. Go ahead.
I would say Anya Tawama'a. I don't know if you can hear me.
I hear you, Aqua.
Oh, did you hear me say it?
No, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, Salakia. I would say Anya Tawama'a.
Anya Tawamaha. Most High Christ. So I guess that was a little tricky one. It was a little tricky one because it already has I on the end. And you had to put the ha on the end. And so you did. You said that correct. That would be Anya Tawamaha. Aha. All right. So good job. Good job. All right. Princess Tazarai. How would you say you are talking to a brother, right? You are unclean. How would you say that?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua.
Officer Mataza, I said to check your phone, please.
All right, Most High Christ. Oh, I did not see it. Where is it at? Most High, hold on. Oh, look, I'm missing a whole bunch. Oh, look, I'm missing all my damn comments on the screen. Salakia. I don't see none of my young man David has to be excused from rescue. Oh, no sweat. You are excused from class. The water for you asking. I'm young man David. You can catch up on it next time you log in. But you are definitely excused from class. And the water for that, Officer Mataz Akara. Yeah, I got the comments up on one screen, but maybe if you're on a different class, it doesn't show all of them. So Salakia for that young man, David, I didn't see it at first. But yeah, you are definitely excused in the water for you asking. What was that? What was that woo for? I ain't see that. What was that for? Aquafry.
Salakia, sir. The translation in the ancient. I'm not that savvy on that yet.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, it's gonna be easy. It do look a little funny in the beginning, but you're gonna get it. You're definitely gonna be fine. All right. I didn't see you. I'm at the wild on Salakia for that. Yahweh Shabbat. We got Princess Azara Ka as well checking in. Yahweh Shemada. Aquaf Tower Bath. I put it up in there. She own it. All right, Most High Christ. And we also got Princess Aquaf Tower Pa'a checking in as well. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see you, Aquaf Tower Pa'a. Yahweh Shemada Bashim Yahweh Shada you as well. And I will do better on my chat. I'll do better on my chat, Salaki. I'm just going. You know you try not to move too much because you don't want stuff to mess up. So I'm trying not to move so much. So this joint act like it's supposed to, but the water for that Officer Mataz Akara. All right. And did we get an answer? We did get an answer from you, Princess Tazara.
It would be Tama. It would be the masculine Tawa. Dang it! I can't remember how to say the second word. Tawa Ma'a.
Tama'a. So it would be a tha. Yep. A tha. Tawama'a. Tawama'a. And I think Aqua Tawabaf had put it in the chat as well. It would be a tha Tawama'a. A tha Tawama'a. That's how you would say to a brother that he is unclean. All right. And so for the next ones, y'all can just type it in the chat. I'm looking at the chat now so I can actually see it. What about if it's a sister? We're both actually unclean. She was unaware of it. How would you tell a sister that she is unclean? How would you tell a sister that she is unclean?
Slakia.
Go ahead, Aqua.
You would use the feminine form. All
right. And what would that sound like? What would that sound like? What would that sound like?
I'm confused.
That's okay. Let's walk through it. So the feminine form, we have that up on screen. So you know we're going to use a tha, right? We're going to use a tha. So the tha part, that will stay the same. So it'll be a tha. And now we just have to conjugate that tawa ma'a, that salaki, that tama'a. And that it just got a lot of eyes in that word, so it's a little bit of a tongue twister. That's all. So for the feminine, we will add that y in between the second and third letter, right? We'll add that y. I'm salaki in between the first and second letter, salaki. So in between the ta and the ma, we would add that y.
Okay.
So we know the first part will be tawa, but we have before the feminine, we have to add the ha at the end. So this is where the end of that word. So it would be. I hear you. Go ahead, Salakia.
Asa tawa ma aha.
Most sign Christ. Give her a hand. It will be a tha tawa ma'aha thara pa'a checking in as well. And we had Yahweh Shema Bashim Yahweh you Aqua Thara Pa'a checking in. Thank you for
Salaki Shalom Yahweh Shema Allah Shem Yashar.
You doing all right?
I'm using my other phone right now. Cause I got two phones. I'm too wild, sir.
All right. Most sign Christ. Most sign Aqua Tawa Bafahan. She had the answer in the chat as well. Tha Tawa Maha. All right. And it sounds a little just because it has those extra ahs already in it is why it's somewhat of a tongue twister. But one thing that I always found very interesting, right? If you ever listen to it, like depending on what tribe, as far as like your Native Indians, the Native American Indians, you'll hear a lot of those ahs in their language. You know what I mean? So that sounds like something that dialect sounds exactly very close or similar to the Hebrew, which again lets you know that we are just like we don't realize it. All right. So the next one is going to be now if it's going to be he or she. Now he or she again will have the same rules from before. So I'm just going to go through those. So if it's he, if I'm trying to say he is unclean, I would say hawa'a for he, and then tawama'a. Hawa'a tawama'a is how I would say he is unclean. If I was trying to say she is unclean in the present tense, it will be haya'ah, haya'ah or she, and then it will be tawamaha, she is unclean. All right. Now, when we get to the we is when it changes a little bit. So this is why I was saying if you can do the I and the you and the we, for the most part, you can do all of it. You can do all your conjugation. Then it's just a matter of knowing when to apply these rules. All right. When to apply these rules. Now, another word that we had was open, right? Was to open. All right. So let's switch it up a little bit. The word for open is pathak. It's pathak. All right. So how would I say we are opening? We are opening. How would I say we are opening? Now, the good thing about we is that it's one rule. Go ahead, Aqua.
Salakia, sir. It'd be anak nawa power thak yam. Oh, am I on mute? Nope. Could you hear me?
I heard that part. I heard a knock now.
A knock now.
I hear you now.
Oh, Salakia.
No, it may be me. I heard, like I said, I heard the first part, then it went out.
Oh, okay. Salakia. A knock now. Power thak yum. Did it come out? Nope, can't hear me.
I think I heard you. I think you said a knock now with power thakyum. Power thakyum, Salakia.
Khan, sir. Khan.
Is that what you said?
Khan.
Yes. All right, most high Christ. Most high Christ. A knock now power thakyum. A knock now power thakyum. And give Aqua Tower Bafa hand. She got it as well. A knock now power thakyum. So again, this looks a little intimidating. But again, as long as you know those rules, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult as long as you know the rules. If you know the rules, but that's with anything. If you don't know the rules, you can be driving. You can be driving for years. And if you don't know them rules, you'll hit a sign that you ain't never seen before and be like, what the hell is that? What am I supposed to do right now? As long as you know the rules, it's a lot easier. So she is absolutely correct. Open is pathak. If I was saying we are opening, that would be a naknawa pawathakyam. That yum on the end, making it plural, or making it dual. A naknawa pawathakyam. All right. Now that rule is very similar to you or you all, right? So if it was you or you all, in the masculine plural, and I was saying, y'all are opening, it will be the same pattern. So it will be a thumb. It will be a thumb, pathak, wathakyam. All right, so it would sound the same as we. It would sound the same as a knock now. All right, it'd be the same kind. It'd be the same rules. So again, this is why I say once you learn the rules for the I, for you, and then for we, you pretty much know all of it. Now it's just a matter of knowing when to apply it. All right, same thing. Now it does switch up a little bit with we because there's both of them, and just like with all the other rules, like with a thumb, if I'm saying something with a thumb in it, right? If it's a group of brothers and sisters, that rule is going to be the same. I'm just going to use the conjugation for masculine. It's the same with we or knock now. Well, when it's you or you all, it does switch up a little bit depending on if it's masculine or if it's feminine. Instead of a thumb, it will be a thun, and instead of yum, it will be wath. If it's sisters, just like so, you hear me say brothers, I say akim. Real simple, just throw the yum on the end. But if it's sisters, I will say akwathian. So it changes when it's sisters and it's plural. So for you all, we did the one for you all for sisters. If I was saying these sisters, talking to a group of sisters, and I'm saying y'all are opening, I would say a thun. All right, a thun for you or you all, feminine plural. A thun, power thak wath. A thun, power thak wath. is how I would say you all are opening for feminine. So a thun pawathak waf. A thun pawathak waf is how I would say it for they didn't. Y'all just gonna let me do that one on my own, huh? Nah, I'm just tripping. But again, it would be a thun pawathak yaf. Salakia pawathak waf is how I would say it for sisters. All right. Same rules apply if it's they. Same rules apply as if it's they. If it's they and it's a group of brothers, I'm saying they are opening. It would be hum, right? It would be hum for they. Pawathakyam. Pawathakyam. So it'd be hum, pawathakyam is how I would say they are opening if it's a group of brothers. If it's a group of sisters, it will be han. It will be han, pawathak waf. Han, pawathak waf is how I would say they are opening. They are opening if it's a group of sisters. All right. So far we've used the pathak. We've also used open. Well, salakia, pathaki is open, and we also used unclean. All right. So now we know how to do everything with present tense, right? Everybody knows how to do everything with present tense. What we're gonna do is let's see if we can make a little sentence. Let's see if we can make a sentence with what we have, right here. So there. Can you hear me, Aquathara?
Can you hear me, sir?
All right,
Can you
Most
hear
High
me,
in
sir?
Christ. You can. I hear you. Yep, I can hear you. All right, so you're gonna get the new word. I hear you, Aqua. You're gonna get the new word. All right, so you're gonna get the new word. You're gonna get go out, which is yataza'a. Go out is yataza'a. So if I wanted to say, or if you wanted to say, I am going out the door. I am going out the door. This is Aqua Thara Pa'a speaking, and she's telling her Adawan Mirage. She's saying, I am going out the door. How would you say that in the Hebrew? And we're gonna take it word for word, break it on down, and knock it on out. To be from for here, and you're saying I or I am, and you are a sister. So which one would you use? This one or this one? Would you use Anya? Well, I guess they're both the same, so it don't matter. But which one would you use? If you're saying I am going out the door, which one would you use?
Salakia.
The first one or the second? The
I
first one
use.
or the second one?
I probably say the first one on your. Can you hear me, sir?
So you want to use that second one? Yep, I hear you. You want to use this second one because this is going to be for the sister saying. So if I was saying it, I would use that first one. If you're saying it, you're going to use the second one because it's going to change a little bit if it's a sister saying it, okay? So to give you an example, if I was saying it, I would say Anya, right? Anya for I am. And with the word for going out is yataza'a, right? Is yataza'a. So what I would say is Anya, yawataza'a, Anya, yawataza'a, ha dalaf. All right, and let me write that in the chat just so everybody can see it. All right, if I was saying it, I'm gonna write that in the chat so everybody can see it. Well, I could write it on there. That might be easier. Maybe that'll be easier, so y'all don't have to keep going back to the chat. So, like, yeah, let's do it that way. Let's do it that way. Let's do it this way. I can't write that. That's what it is. All right, Aqua Tharapa. So if I'm saying it, I'm going to say Anya, right? For I or I am. I'm saying going out. So going out is Salaki. Going out is Yataza'a. Yataza'a is going out. All right. So I'm just going to write that on top just so we'll remember. All right. To go out. All right. So I'm saying I or I am, right? Now, Yataza'a, to do that for I am, would be Ya. I will put the Wa, right? And I'll put the Y in between. Then it'd be Taza'a. All right. So I am going out. And the, we know the word for the is Ha. And the word for door is the Laf. All right. So this is saying Anya, I quick. I am going out. And then we know that Ha is going to be for Ha is going to be the if it's for the door. So this is how I was. All right, hold up, change that a little bit. All right, so can you see that okay? Aqua Tharapa. You see that all right, Aqua Tharapa?
Khan, I was writing them down, sir.
No sweat. All right, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Now we got to do it for feminine. All right, this is masculine. Now we got to do the same thing for feminine. All right, so we know for feminine, Anya is going to stay the same, right? Anya will stay the same. Let's go to the rules real quick, just so we can refresh ourselves real quick. So for the rules for feminine, it's still going to be Anya for I am. You're still going to add a Y in between the first and second letter, so that's going to stay the same. And the only other thing that changes with feminine is we're going to put that ha or ah on the end. All right, so that's the only thing that's different with feminine is we're going to put that ha on the end. All right, so if we were writing this out for feminine, I'm just going to copy this real quick. And then you're going to walk me through it, all right?
Oh, you pick me, sir?
Yep. All right. So what stays the same? So you still gonna how would you start it off?
It's Anya.
What's the first word? How would you start it off?
Anya.
Yeah. Okay. Let's write that down. Yep. Now what we're gonna do to that yatazai? Yatazai to go out. What do we got to do to that yat?
Yeah.
What's the first thing we got to do to it?
Salakia. It's Anya. Yeah. So now the second word is hard for me.
I got it highlighted in blue right here. That's step one. If it's for a sister.
And that's the beginning of the word,
Yep,
sir.
between that first and second letter. Yep, in the beginning of that word, in between that first and second letter. So the word is yataza'ah. If we were looking at this in the Hebrew, that's the part that, like I was saying in the beginning, it can be a little confusing because we're translating it automatically to the English. So if we were looking at this in the Hebrew, the first letter would be this. The first letter would be the Yah, right? The second letter would be this Tazah. The first rule is to add a Y in between the Yah and the Tazah. So it'll be Yah, Y, Tazah, and then we have to add a Ha at the end. So this is where, again, for the feminine, it's a little different. If it was masculine, all we would do is add a Y in between the Yah and Tazah. But because it's feminine, we have to add a Ha at the end of it. All right? So it would be Yah, Y, Tazah, Tazah, Aha. All right? So Yah, Y, Tazah, Aha. By itself is Yataza'ah. Here would be Yataza'ah. So Yah, Wataza'ah. Does that make sense?
Fine.
So again, we're going to add a Y. Yep, so it'll be a Y in between our Yah and Tazah. Then Taza'ah. We will add a Ha at the end. And so let's see what it would look like in the English if we were to write it out. All right, let's see what it would look like. It will be a Yah. Then we will add a Y. Then a Taza'ah. All right, and so I'm just going to highlight them so you can actually see it, see what it actually looks like. So we added that Y in between the Yah and the Tazah, right? And then at the end we added the Ha. Now because it already ended in the I, all we really had to do was add that A to get that extra sound, that Ha sound. All right, so it's Anya Yawataza'ah. Anya Yawataza'ah. Now you're saying, if I'm a sister, if you're a sister, if you're saying, I am going out. Now what we got to do? Now we got to put the door. How would I write the door?
You still take me, sir.
So we got Anya. Yep. This is still your sentence. It's all you, Aqua Tharapa.
It's Anya Ya Watazaha Hadala.
Yep. So that is I am going out. Now, how would you? I think you got it. Then you said how to laugh, right?
Kind, sir.
I believe you said okay. Most High Christ. I thought, like I said, I thought it was me. It's gonna be how to laugh. Most High Christ. I Princess. The door. How would you say we are going out the door? Says Tazariah, how would you say we are going out the door? And I'm gonna go ahead and put the rules up for we, so you'll see it. You with me, Princess Tazara? It's a little bit of a delay, so when it get real quiet, I get nervous.
Say that again.
Oh, I hear some.
Say that
Okay.
again.
All right, I hear you now. So how would you say it? We are going out the door.
Na ka na wa ya wa ta za ha
A knock now.
a knock
Yep.
now ya wa ta za ha da la ya wa ta za ha yum ha da la.
How the law, Most High Christ. I'm gonna write it out for you to make sure we all on the same page. We're gonna write that one out. But I'm pretty sure you said it the correct way. All right, so Yataza'ah, and we're gonna say we. It's gonna be we. So by saying we know that this is gonna be a knock nower. It will be a knock Yawataza yum. A knock nawa Yawataza yum. So it's gonna change that. And everything else will be the same. Keep adding these extra A's in there. A knock nawa Yawataza yum had the laugh. We are going out the door. We are going out the door. And so again, just a refresher on the rules. Where is it at? It's a refresher on the rules. All right, so for we, again, all we would do, everything else is going to be the same pattern. So it will be a knock nawa. A knock nawa. Yawa, we would add that Y in there. We would add that Y in there. Yawataza yum. And we add, and then had the laugh. We are going out the door. We are going out the door. So y'all give Princess Tazara a hand. Most High in Christ. Good job. Last but not least, is going to be Aqua for Aya. And for yours, we're going to have you say, if this is the sisters, it's going to be the sisters. You all feminine plural. You all feminine plural. They are going out the door. Y'all are going out the door. How would you say that? Y'all are going out the door, feminine plural. Talking to the sisters, y'all going out the door, feminine plural. That's actually something I can see you using. Sisters is headed to the stove. I can see you. Y'all going out the door. I can see you using this aqua. How would you say this in the Hebrew?
Salakia, sir. Athan. Yawataza Wath Hadalaf.
Okay. Most High Christ, y'all give her a hand. Give her a hand. I'm just going to write it out so everybody else can see it. Just so everybody can see it. So again, for feminine plural, it will be a thun. If it was masculine, it will be a thumb. All right. So we're going to write that out. It will be a thun. Like I said, for the most part, these rules are going to stay the same. They're going to stay the same. You're going to add that Y in there. Now the difference, because this is feminine plural, instead of that yum, we will put wath. So a thun, Yawataza wath, Yawataza wath, and then the door. They are y'all are going out the door. Most High Christ, y'all get Aqua for our hand. And again, so these same rules would apply. These same rules would apply for the rest of them. So again, by us going over we, and you, for the most part, we cover all of them. Again, with the they, with the feminine plural, you're gonna add that waf on it. With the masculine plural, it's gonna be the yum. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, it's pretty much the same rules. So if you can do those three, you can conjugate all of them. So y'all did a great job on that. I'm gonna stop there. So now just to recap, y'all got a couple more extra words. And again, I'm almost positive you will see these words again at some point in the future. Right? At some point in the future, you'll see these words. Unclean is tama'ah. To be unclean would be tama. To open would be pathak. Pathak is to open, and to go out. Go ahead, Aqua.
My island one was just I actually picked my husband we went over unclean 3 minutes ago on his class, and I just used that word for example, sir.
Exactly. All right. It's practical knowledge. Mosaic right. All right, then I think that's just due to me and this little bit of delay we have, kind of slowed us up a little bit. So, scriptures. Let's see. We can try to knock these out fairly quickly. We were on Leviticus because well, how many times we got? Well, at least one more class. And where we at? We're just about finished with Leviticus 23, if I'm not mistaken. We should be just about finished with it. Let's see. All right, let's share that real quick. Let's see what we're looking like with these scriptures here. Let's see what we're looking like. See if we can try to get through it fairly quickly. Again, and that's on me. I got a little bit of delay, so it's slowing us up a little bit. We stopped with 31. Let's see if we can get through 31 through 33. At least knock these three out. Let's see if we can knock these three out. Do we have a volunteer for Leviticus 23 and 31?
I have a question.
Who wants to do the first one, Leviticus 23 and 31?
I have a question.
I can
you got
go
it?
first.
Most High Christ. Let me get it straight up on the screen. You say you have a question? Go ahead. You say you had a question, Princess Tazara? Or was you volunteering to read?
I do have a question. Which one is the shortest?
Okay. That first one you got, that's the shortest. That's yours. That's the first one.
I do that one.
Light work.
I'll do that one.
It's one of the shorter ones. It's not the shortest, but you got it. I know you got it. I got faith in you. All right, that you got. I'm right there with you. Whenever you're ready, it should be up on screen for you.
Are you talking to me, sir?
Right. It was ready, then it went away. Hold on, let me get it back right again. Let me get it back right. No, that's weird. Why I can see it. Okay, you're tripping. Salaki Akwaf. Can you see it, Akwaf Tazara?
Yes. Really? Yes, yeah.
You did? 'Cause on my screen, it went back to the, what you call it? You can? You see it in English. You don't see it in the Hebrew. Now you can see it. Now you can see it. All right. You were gonna try to read it in the English. Yeah, that's what you was gonna try. You were gonna try to read it in the English. Now, go ahead.
Okay. Call.
All right, what you got?
Call.
Yep.
Ma la ka. La.
You got it.
The Ishua.
You got it.
Cloth.
Kakwaf. Good job.
Okay. I will
Most High cross forever.
La the Yakam.
Let the Rafia come. Yep, good job.
Bakal.
Good job. You got it.
Masha Bath Yakam.
Mashabafia come. Good job. Most High Christ. Y'all give her a hand. Good job. And in the English that reads, you shall do no Leviticus chapter 23, verse 31, you shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all of your dwellings. So this was never supposed to stop. What a Christian church gets, you can stop now and do your own thing. That is not in the Bible. All right. Aqua for I'm get you to do 32. I'm gonna get you to do 32.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have to hurry up so we can get Princess Colorado to Wednesday. What you got?
Salakia, sir.
You probably got your own
Shabbat.
screen up, huh? Aqua?
Khan.
Yep.
Shabbath 1, Hawa'ah, Lakam, Wa'aina Yafyam.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I had that right.
You got it right.
Okay. Af.
Wa'aina Yatham.
Wa'aina Yatham. Af. Napashath Yakam.
Napastashikam.
Napashath Yakam. Batha Sha'iha. La Qadash.
Okay.
But Irab. Ma Irab. Id Irab. Tha Shabbathwa. Shabbath come.
Most High Christ, give her a hand. Good job. All right. And in the English, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 32, it should be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month, at even from even unto even, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. This is what we got getting ready to come up not too long ago. And I'm not in the very near future. It's gonna be light work for y'all soldiers. Aqua Thara Pa'a, you up next. And you're gonna get the old trusty dusty Leviticus 23 and 33. This is probably the one that you see the most throughout the scripture. Actually, throughout the Old Testament. You see this quite a lot, especially with Deuteronomy and Exodus and Leviticus. Get this up on screen, get it ready for you. All right, whenever you are ready.
So lucky I had to turn my phone off. Why? Oh my gosh. Why the Amar?
Why ya the bar?
Wayadabar, Yahweh,
You got it. Yep.
Al,
Yep.
Ma'ash,
Mashah.
Mashah, Salaki Mashah, Lamar,
Okay. La Amar.
Lamar.
Most High Christ. I'll give her a hand. Like I said, now this is one of the ones that you see all throughout Leviticus, Exodus, and Deuteronomy. Is you again? It says Wayadabar, Yahweh Al Mashal Al Amar. And in English, what they're saying, and the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, and we always say this, we can't say it enough. The Most High did not come down and speak to everybody at one time. He gave one message, and that one message was sent through his prophet and decimated through everybody else, and we followed, and that's how it's supposed to be. This new age, this new God talks to me, I talk to God, my own personal relationship with God, that is foolishness. It's never been like that. It's just another example of how the Christian church has really perverted the word of the Most High. All right, now we are actually in Leviticus chapter 11. It is 9:04, so just let me look at it real quick. You might call it a night here. I might go through one or two of them just so y'all can see it. Where we at? Leviticus chapter 11. We're gonna start at verse 42. We're gonna start at verse 42. Now, this is where we're gonna be reading from tomorrow. We'll be reading from this from tomorrow. I'll read Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 42 just so you'll have it, you'll see it. This is where we're going to be starting at tomorrow. But y'all did a great job tonight. And again, I think we're just behind just a little bit just because of the delay. So Leviticus chapter 11 verse 42. Whatsoever call goeth. Hawalak. Now that we should know what that word is. We actually just been going over that same word that's derived from halak or to go, which is what y'all worked on last week. All right, and you'll see it in here, to go. Now you see it says goeth. This is a good example of the difference between that old English and how we speak now. It's the same. We're still saying to go. It's just that we don't use words like goeth anymore. I don't say I goeth to the store. You know what I'm saying? I goeth down to the market, you know what I'm saying, to purvey my vegetables. We don't sell procure my vegetables, and so we don't use words like that anymore. So it's still saying the same thing, it's just worded differently. All right. So Ka'al, Hawalak, Al, Gakawan, which is the belly, Gakawan, Wakal, and whatsoever. Hawalak, Al, Arabai, and we know Arabai is four. Id, or call, whatsoever. Marabah, regalium, lakal, ha sharatazah. Those are the creeping things. What you sisters can't stand. Them creeping things. Al ha ratazah. La Salaki. Tha kalawam. Kaya Salaki. What shakwataza and hum. All right. And again, now with this scripture right here, you'll see some of these words are familiar because we go over them quite a bit. That hum or they, that's one that we go over. Al, we read that all the time. Ha ratazah, we know ratazah is earth. La no or not. You know what I'm saying? So again, these are words that we use all the time. Now, they shall eat. We know a call because we know a call is eat, right? You see a call right there in the word. Tha, a call one. Tha, a call one. You see the tha at the beginning on the preposition, a call, the wa, and the ma. Tha, call one. All right. Kaya, again, we say that one all the time. So yeah, so it should get to the point now where a lot of this stuff is starting to become sight words for you. It's starting to become sight words because we use them all the time. All right. Now this was a little different. We don't use regal all the time. We don't use foot or feet all the time. But this is regalium. All right, regalium. Lakal. We use that word all the time. Ha-sharatazah. Now, sharatazah we don't use all the time. You really kind of see that mainly in Genesis and some for a little bit. Again, you'll see it here in the law in Leviticus, but you don't use it quite that often. But because we're familiar with aratazah, sharatazah is right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's different about this one, that tazah is at the end of a word. So because that tazah is at the end of a word, you get to see what it looks like when it's at the end. So this is ha-sharatazah, the creeping things that creep. Again, we went over this one last week, that halak, and then conjugating it with the wa, hawalak, al, arabai. We know for, we know arabai. Id is different. We don't use id all the time, but or is going to be id, call, hawalak, al. Again, our belly is one that we don't use all the time, so that was a little bit of a new one there. Kawan, and then we'll call. So again, these were all words, even though it looked very intimidating looking at it, you can see it's not that rough for you veterans that are always in class knocking it out. So we're gonna call that a night for tonight. Y'all did a great job tonight. Everybody give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. Salaki, and let me read that in the English. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 42. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, or whatsoever have more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. You can go online on any platform, and you will find heathens and devils eating anything they can get their hands on. Anything they can get their doggone hands on. Caterpillars, squid, it don't matter what it is. If they can get their hands on it, they're going to eat it. You know what I mean? And that Lord gave us rules as far as what was clean, tama'ah, or unclean, la tama'ah. He gave us rules on what was clean and what was unclean. All right. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Get y'all up out of here. Y'all did a great job tonight. We got through it. It was a little bit of a delay, but we got through it. Hopefully it won't be too rough for people to follow at home. The water for everybody joining. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all up out of here. What you got going on for tonight? I see you got the little one. He back there learning. What you got going on for tonight?
Tonight I'm about to lay down for tonight. Well, my son just started kindergarten. My son just started kindergarten at his new school last month on the 25th. And he, like in his second week of his new school.
Okay. Well, that's good. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you keep an eye on them. I know they do say that hand, foot, and mouth mess is going around a lot. Make sure you keep an eye on them. Watch them. That can be very challenging when sending our kids with these damn devils. But again, Lord be with y'all, and the water for you joining us tonight. Princess Tazara, I know what you getting ready to do, Princess Tazara. You about to go watch Wednesday. You finna go watch that Thug. Wednesday is a thug. Wednesday is a straight thug. The whole Addams family is a crime organization. All right, most high crap. We're gonna she ready to go. What about you, Princess Tazara? I mean, Salaki Aqua Fryer.
Salaki,
yeah, I didn't
sir.
hear nothing you said if you was talking, Princess Tazara.
Salaki, sir. We can keep moving. It was a Tawab class. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, most high Christ, the water for y'all. Y'all did a great job. Again, we're gonna try to do a little bit more of that. Conjugating the word, adding a little bit more words, saying more sentences. Y'all did a great job on the sentences tonight. Hopefully y'all can see the progress we can. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all off screen for tonight. The water. And for everybody that's watching, that is the Lashawan Qadash class. That's the Lashawan Qadash class. This is what we come to learn our language. Learn our language, learn who we are, learn how we spoke before, so that we can communicate with each other without these damn devils in our business. You know what I mean? It's going to become more and more important the faster and the more this empire crumbles. The more this empire crumbles, the more important it's going to be. Part of the reason why we don't think it's important, because we've gotten so comfortable in their kingdom. We've gotten so comfortable being underneath them. We've gotten so comfortable in their kingdom. One of the reasons why you see the effects of white supremacy on all of the nations, right? On all the nations. But what kept Issachar and kept Zebulun, kept them somewhat insulated from some of these curses. They still were affected by it, but it kept them somewhat insulated, which kept them a little bit more unified, is because of the language that they had. You know what I mean? Now, and even their language, it's still a slave language. It still came from the conquistadors, but with Esau being ground zero right here in good old America, you know what I'm saying? It kept them somewhat insulated from that. They are feeling the full weight of all of it now, like we all are. So it's very important that we unite us, come together. It's very important that we unite and come together as one. All right. So with that being said, let me get these announcements. Y'all did a great job tonight. Let me find these announcements. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, like, share, subscribe, all the different videos we have on the different pages. Jump in those comment sections. Sisters, y'all can't teach, but you can let it be known how ignorant some of these folks is. You know what I'm saying? And make sure we utilizing that brotherhood and that sisterhood. We reaching out to one another. Y'all got other brothers, sisters, numbers. If it's been past 6 months, they done been in here longer than 6 months. You know what I'm saying? They're not off limits. Y'all talk to each other. Talk to your brothers and your sisters. You know what I'm saying? We truly are a family. And this oppressor taught us to do everything on our own and by ourselves and apart from one another. And that's just not what the Lord designed for us. And it's actually a weakness. It's a weakness and a tool that's utilized against us. All right. Make sure y'all stay tuned to the next holy convocation we got is going to be the blowing up the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. It should be September 5th, September 20th, I believe. That should be coming up fairly soon. So y'all just stay tuned to the different things that we have coming up, different events and so forth. But try to make sure we put videos on all the stuff out there. Or you can always look on the Facebook page as well. We have a lot of information on our Facebook page as well. ISUPK Virginia, and Least I'll Forget. We have a lot of information about what's coming up on the Facebook page. And if anything, by all means, always reach out if need to. You can call that number, and I have it put it on the screen all day long. Let me put it up there right now. You can always call that number 757-550-1204, 757-550-1204. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 121st Street out of Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we have been teaching the truth of this Bible, that blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people, and that the oppressor, the colonizer, the devil, your Trumps, your Bidens, your George Washingtons, your popes. We had some awesome classes this week. You know what I'm saying? Breaking it all the way down, letting you know just who the devil the Bible speaks of is. All right, when a new brother or sister come to the school, they're off limits for a year. They are here to share. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. Give them brothers and sisters time. Give them time to get rid of and unalive that old man, that old woman. And give them time to get that world off of them so they can learn what's required of them from the Most High. All right, be a brother and be a sister, and give them that time that they need to develop themselves and get stronger and build a foundation. All right. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it after 6 months. If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Those rules are very, very important. Those rules are there to protect you and protect them, and to protect the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, and protect the sanctity of this school. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you are following those rules. In the world, you can do whatever you want to in the world. And here we have a certain order. We have a specific ordinance and rules and orders that we follow, you know what I'm saying, to protect the brotherhood and to make sure that we always remain brothers and sisters like the Lord wants us to be. All right. Tithes, which is a commandment found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means 10th in the Hebrew, or ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High give you want to give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. There's also a priest fund. It's a free will offering for the priest, and any amount whatsoever. It's not mandatory at all. All right, upcoming holy convocations. Again, we have the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets coming up September 20th. And then shortly after that, about a little bit over a week after that, we'll be celebrating the Day of Atonement, where we afflict our souls for 24 hours. Not no damn Ramadan, not no church fast. You ain't fasting for a car from shoes. We're going to afflict our souls for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? No food or drink. And that's only if you fit the requirements. You know what I'm saying? That we don't do it with the children. If you're elderly or sickly, or you know what I'm saying, need to take medication or whatever, take your medication. Eat if you need to. You know what I'm saying? If you're a child, you don't have to do it. Again, if you need any more information on that, call the number 757-550-1204. If any brother wants to be a trooper, you want to be a trooper, you know what I'm saying, you want to come in here and get in this work, you want to come in here, put your cape on. I know we like to say put your brick in, and put your cape on. You got look, we can put that one on the back, Aqua Fry. Put your brick in on the front, put your cape on the back. You know what I'm saying? For the brothers, come in here, shit, sisters too. Come and put your cape on and help save your people, help build this nation up. It all starts with you being in all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, war scarf, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? If you're a sister, you can't be a trooper, but you can definitely be part of the school. Both of those pathways start with calling that number 757-550-1204 at the water. For everybody joining us, we are the Israelite School and Universal Practical Knowledge. We're going to give a courtesy salute to all of the Akim, all the brothers that's out there. We're going to give a courtesy salute to all the brothers that's out there. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabrakatham. To all the brothers, to all the Akim that's out there, and to all the sisters that's out there. Yahweh Shema, Alatham, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. To all of the sisters, all the Akwathian that's out there. And with that, hey, we'll be back again. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Abadav Shabbat. Abadav Shabbat's tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We'll be reading over those scriptures tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And then on Monday, we have the history class. We got the history class on Monday. Make sure y'all tune in for that. Then on Tuesdays, we learn about brotherhood, what brotherhood is and what we got to do to keep it. You know what I'm saying? How I maintain it, how important it is, and what it really is. We learn how to love each other on Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, the right way. And then on Wednesday, we got that scripture breakdown class. You want to know about your scripture? Now, really, you can ask about scriptures anytime. But on Wednesday, we got the master in the house. We got Captain 10,000, not as on the shot. You know what I'm saying? If you need it broke down, you come in, come to class, and you're gonna get the breakdown. You know what I'm saying on that scripture. You know what I'm saying? So again, Barak Yahweh Shai, to the men above us for getting us here and keeping that door open so we can all squeeze right on up in there, squeak right on by. You know what I'm saying? Friday is the Lashawan Qadash class like y'all here tonight. And then on Thursdays, we normally tune in to General Mahaiman's class, his scripture breakdown class. Surgical. That's really the master. Surgical. You know what I'm saying? Surgical with them scripture breakdowns. So again, the water for everybody joining us tonight. And with that, Shalom, Israel.
Man, it's gonna save all them tapes right there. Yo. And then the reading right here is she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand.
Everybody is trying to find and recreate the identity of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every few years, black people get a new identity.
America wants the black man, the Latino man, the Native American man to his blood, sweat, and tears. They work us to the damn bone.
Come and pay a visit for your last air. I'm truly up. Make a move unless we tune you up. Absolutely, man. We know you cause you ain't fooling us. But don't
made for who? Our state. For who? Our state. This whole world was made for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the other nations know it. And because the other nations know it, they make sure to keep us underneath them. For the 5th, 8th, of the Lord come upon you, black man, Native American Indian man, Hispanic man. You understand? It's about to get oppressive out here. You only have I know, man. You only have I know of all the families on the earth, man. Right? You only have I know, man. So therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities, which is our sins, man. All out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jerry Hunt. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups or anybody else. Today we're bringing out the truth of the Bible, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
He gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. This one West world got a ring to it. I married the Jew, put a ring to it.
Yes, if I'm a prophet, I say absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet, I say absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. Absolutely.